sense walking down when you can slide.
What's with Canada? We got great big cities, but a lot of trees and rocks. Yeah, the winter's cold here. Wear 2 pairs of socks. There's half the world's fresh water to paddle your canoe or camp along the shore.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm Gerald, and this is Trekking with Kaz. Today we are going to do one of my favorite local hikes, the farm. You will find the farm trailhead at 39 kilometer of the Pass Lake Road. The first half kilometer of this hike is fairly flat, and then you will climb for roughly 3 kilometers, some of it fairly steeply, and then it'll flatten out across the meadow and you will reach the cabin at 5.2 kilometers. From the cabin we will climb up to the ridge line above the cabin, and from there are a lot of different options. Today we will cross the saddle to the north and head towards Severide Mountain. We won't make it all the way there, but we will do several of the ridge lines there. Time just wasn't on our side to get right up to Severide, but it looks like it's certainly possible to get there. Another option is to head east along the ridge line to the east, and if you follow it to the end, then go down and up a couple of times, you will arrive at Pyramid Mountain. I haven't done that one all the way yet, but it's certainly another option that's there for you to do. The farm has some incredible views. It's a very beautiful spot, and I've often seen caribou tracks there. I've yet to see a caribou, but often there's tracks there. I have never stayed in the cabin, but you will see from the video that it's a very nice cabin, and certainly well worth the time to rent it and stay there for a few days and have a look around. Enough about the hike. Join me on the hike itself and see what there is there to offer.
Here we are at the farm trailhead. Now make a day of the farm trail. It's been a while since I've been in here. See how it goes. Hopefully make it up onto the ridge and do a little exploring up there today. Won't know till we get there. But looks like the perfect day. Perfect day for it. Beautiful blue blazer. We're heading in on the farm trail here, and of note, the firefighters that were out here fighting the fire did some work on the trail, and then I'm not sure if Parks maybe did some more, but the trail is in great shape. It is really well trimmed out and wide and easy to maneuver on. About 5 minutes in and the climb has started now. We'll climb from now to the meadows. There's going to be a steep climb coming up. This one's more of a switchback and keep going up type one. But the next one, just before the meadow, is a pretty straight, steep climb. Our first little view on the trail, we're up just high enough now. We're starting to see some of the mountains back there. It'll get better further up, but it's starting to show a little. We're up about, I don't know, another 15 minutes up the trail. Now you can see it really opening up. Beautiful back there. It's great to see in the wintertime. If you get a chance to come up with snowshoes in the wintertime, it's nice. We're getting a little higher up the valley, seeing some more of the ridges. This is sort of right beside farms, so pretty interesting little place, so I like it. Yeah, climbing's increased a little bit here. A little more of a straight up go. You can see the ribbons up there. That's what you run into. We're probably close to 3 kilometers in. There's the view back there. Fantastic. We're getting close to the meadows now at the farm. And this is what the draw looks like as you're going in here. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool rocks, and we're getting there now. We're getting close. Making our last climb before we drop to the meadow. That's what she looks like over there. We're just about finished the climb. Just up here a little bit. So the hard part's done before the day got too hot, because it's starting to get warm. They're just about to drop down to the meadow in front of the cabin. So we probably got a kilometer maybe left to go to the cabin, if that. So it's starting to get a little more exciting. Okay, we've arrived in the meadow. Cabin is up there at the base of that saddle, and that's where we're going to be headed here shortly. Ah, nice breeze here. Excellent. We have arrived at the farm cabin. Time for a little lunch, but we'll just have a little look around before we do that. Meadow down below. Elevated outhouse. High rise. That's the farm.
This is your saw?
This is the inside of the cabin. That's what it looks like. Probably 3/4 of the way to the top of the ridge line where we're headed there. Then we'll work our way along it. Now here's the view from up here. Pretty nice. It'll only get better as we get higher. Now closing in on the top. Maybe 10 minutes up to there. Won't be long anyway. We'll see what kind of views we get. Well, I know what we get. It'll be beautiful. Just look out there. Excellent. Here we are above the cabin on this ridge line. We'll walk the ridge line. But get to see what the view's like. Pretty stunning. Just a little bit of work to get up here. Not too bad at all. This is what you get to see. Some kind of pretty. Well, here we go. This is our plan. We leave in the peak and we're gonna do some ridge walking here over towards Severide Mountain. Not sure how far we'll go. We're just gonna go do a little exploration over there. See where it takes us. Well, there's still lots of daylight. Should be fun. This is off the back side of that peak. It's pretty impressive. That's where we come from, up the top of that ridge there. We had a couple options: follow the ridge along, maybe go over to Pyramid, or come this way and check this out. And I've never been this direction, so here we are. It's nice. Heading over to this ridge over here, looks a little like a moonscape. Expecting to have some pretty decent views from up there. There's lots to see. Oh, look at that mountain in the back there. Wow. Yeah, nice. Got a little crack in the mountain there. It's kind of neat, so gotta get a little of that. That's what you get to see on the other side. It's worth the trip over here to come over and see something a little bit different. Okay, we've crested the ridge. I have to believe that's Mount Severide, or part of it right there. Looks a little different here than on the other side. See Sentinel Peak in the background there. Lots of big mountains back there, including Sir Alexander and Ida that we checked on Peak Visor. Yeah, it's pretty cool back here. Probably can't hear very well, it's a little windy, but we're making our way back over towards the farm off of these ridges. It's time to start thinking about heading down. back of that big rock wall. We'll dive over before we hit the top. Pick up a saddle that's over there and head down through that saddle down to the log or down to the cabin. So we come from that big ridge back there, come around, and about another 60 meters up here there's a bit of a ledge, and we're gonna cut across over to the saddle there. Try a different route down. There's the saddle in front of us that we're trying to get to. Have to cross this rock slide a little bit. That's okay. Won't be too bad. Huh. Should be good. Did a little bushwhacking to get to this saddle coming from way over there, but all in all that wasn't bad at all. A few little spots weren't very nice, but overall we're up to the saddle and short drop back down to the cabin. Probably saved ourselves half an hour or so. That's Fang Mountain we're looking at straight in front of us there. Kind of nice coming down this way with that view. Some of the big peaks over in the McGregors. And we're back down at the cabin. We come from up in there, the saddle up in there. 5 kilometers from the vehicle. All down here, hill from here, except for one little climb out of the outside of the meadow. So it should be back at the vehicle in about an hour and a half. So there's where we were, that saddle there between the two ridges. That's where we come down from. We went up on that ridge there and then crossed over in the back. So now we're back down in the meadow. Gonna be out of the meadow shortly, heading into the timber and heading home. Some of the final views, good views we're going to get, because we're going to be in the timber here shortly, and about an hour vehicle. It's a great day, lots to see, but the day is done. Views are great still for a few minutes. One day get up on that one and the one in behind there too. Haven't done that yet. She's late in the day and the sun is starting to go down, but it's lighting those mountains up in the distance really nice. We're, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes from the vehicle, and the day will be over.
As you've no doubt seen from the video now, the hike up is not that steep. It makes you breathe, but it's not that tough. And then you get to the meadow and over to the cabin. You go from there. It's all flat from there. So really a nice hike. When you reach the ridge line, as I said before, there's 2 options. You can go east towards Pyramid Mountain, or you could go north towards Severide, which we chose, as you will see in the video that we went to Severide. We didn't make it all the way to Severide. It's a little bit time consuming. If you were camped up there, there's no doubt you can make it all the way up onto Severide and tour around there. And I know in a wetter year for sure there's some little lakes over there, because I saw them from the opposite side before. The ridge walking over there is very pleasant. It's very forgiving. There's no real steep hills to climb up and down. Just undulates along there. Coming back, we cut some time off by going through the saddle, but you could go up over top. Might be a little easier for some to do that than to bushwhack. That's basically the farm hike. Thanks for coming along with me on my trek. I hope you enjoyed the trek as much as I did. You can no doubt see why it's one of my favorite hikes. Very accessible, very pretty, and so many options. There's so many things you can do while you were there. It's just up to you each time just how far and how much time you have. I will say I probably love it as much or maybe even more in the winter as I do in the summer months. If you'd like to go up there and spend a few days, the cabin is rentable from the PGBRS, and there, as you can see in the pictures, it's very beautiful. There's very clean, very nice place. Not sure what the next trek will be. I am going out of town, so I might not be any more treks before I go, but thanks for coming along on this one. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you on the next one.